Hi, everybody. Mr. Messia here to talk with you a little bit about breakfast and lunch at AMS this year. AMS students always have the option to purchase breakfast in the morning. That can happen during morning meeting. Students are asked to check in their morning meeting location first and then head down to the cafeteria where they can obtain a grab-and-go breakfast. Students eat their breakfast in their morning meeting room. This year, there's going to be no grade 8 breakfast privilege happening in the cafeteria before school. Arriving to lunch will be a little bit different this coming school year. It'll be a staggered arrival with students being dismissed by teachers in classroom rows. Students are going to be asked to use hand washing stations or the hand sanitizers that are available in the cafeteria and in the foyer before finding their seat. There's no assigned seating in the cafeteria. Students may sit where they prefer, and there are multiple entrances that are going to be used. Let's take a look at a map. So here is a bird's eye view of our cafeteria from our architecture drawing. And you can notice that there are different arrows in the map here. So let's take a look at them. So the blue arrows here, these represent if a student was to purchase something that's being served in lunch area number 1. So serving area number 1 operates over here on this blue line. Students will enter through the PAFA wing door that's over here on the side. There'll be a banner here, a sign that says what exactly is for lunch and the different lines for students to be able to select from. This line over here in yellow will be for serving area number 2. So a different entree item will be available in this area for those students that would like to purchase that item. And also students may exit the building and go out to the recess area to have lunch in our picnic table area and our tent area that will be set up in the coming week. On the floor to help with this, not only are there arrows on our map, but there are arrows on the floor itself. Well, here in the cafeteria, hot lunch will continue to be served. We'll have our 2 lunch lines open as we have in the past, and the food options will be similar to those you've experienced in previous years. Our cafeteria staff will be entering your PIN number, so that's a slight change. You won't be using the keypad yourself, but rather you'll be telling a cafeteria staff member to enter it for you. The condiment station that's been typically outside of our lunch lines has been removed. We'll be providing individualized packets of condiments, and snack will still be available. We know that's an important question that's come up from our student body. We will continue to have snack for you. Well, as you can see behind me, the cafeteria looks a little bit different than perhaps the last time our 7th and 8th graders were in the cafeteria with us. Our tables have been changed over to student desks, individual seating, as you can see, and everyone will be socially distanced as they have their lunch. This will give us a chance to still be able to socialize and enjoy each other's company, but from the comfort of our square. Notice there's a square for each one of the desks. Those are marked out in 6-foot locations. It actually worked out very well for us. Very coincidental that there's 6-foot distancing marked right on the floor. So you'll know by looking at your square if you're in the proper location. Well, over the summer, we invested in a number of new picnic tables for our outdoor eating area. And as you can see, they're spread out at quite a distance, which is great. And we can have up to 3 students seated at a picnic table. We'll show you how to do that when you actually arrive. It'll be very clearly marked out for you. But there'll be 2 students on the end and 1 student in the middle of these very long lunch tables. This year, we will still have recess for our students built into our 30-minute lunch period. Students, when they're done eating and when the coaches and the administrators and the recess area supervisors are ready to go, we will announce that it's time for recess to begin. And we are very fortunate to have a very, very large back field where we're able to have our recess area this year. When we think about recess, there's going to be fewer students in recess this year than in past. We'll have about 40% attendance in the building compared to what a typical year would be like at any given time. We're going to be using more of the fields than we have in the past. When we're indoors for recess, we have both gyms that are available to us to be able to spread out even further than we typically would. We have additional staff that's going to help us out with recess and lunch this year too. We're fortunate to have that. And when we're outside and physically distanced, recess is an opportunity for students to have a mask break. Dismissal for lunch will be in orderly fashion as well this year. We're going to use multiple exits for the cafeteria. We'll have the PAFA exit, the cafeteria foyer exit, and then, of course, the exterior doors. When we look at this, that means that students can exit through the main cafeteria foyer here. We can exit through the PAFA wing down here, and then also through the recess area as well. Notice the flow of traffic. It is a linear fashion, all heading out from that space in the same direction. Well, there you go. That's our overview of breakfast and lunch, everybody's favorite topic here at Algonquin Middle School. We'll see you soon.